Hi, my name is Mike Pardue, and my company name is Pardue LLC, and we specialize in roofing, restoration, remodeling, and building of new homes. And I was going to show you, we're standing out in front of a customer of our house that we put a roof on in September of 2015, and in October 2019, an EF-1 tornado came through and did quite a bit of damage. Depending on the scale you look at, the EF-1 tornado is rated from 86 to 110 mile an hour winds. And so I was going to show you some of the damage that the tornado did and how well our shingles held up to the wind speeds. And this right here is one of the trees that went over, and it's a 27-inch tree trunk. You can see it there, and if I can put my hand down there to kind of give you some idea of the scale of the tree, I think you can kind of see that. It's kind of hard to do and hold this camera at the same time, but you can see the damage. This property actually made the local news because it had the people's car up in the air and almost flipped the car over, the concrete damage that it did right here. And I'll go around to this side of the concrete and show you kind of the back side. That's where the root ball came up out of the ground, and then there's the concrete damage that it did and raised the car up off of the ground. And they had to have a tow truck come and lift it up off of there, lift the car up off of the concrete. Here's another one, and this root ball here is approximately 8 feet across, and this is a 21-inch tree. As you can see there, I measured and marked those earlier, and you can see some of the other trees that came over on the property. And here's one next to what's left of the storage building, and it's a 24-inch tree, 24-inch tree trunk. And we'll take a walk around the property here to give you some idea of the kind of damage that was done. And this one with the root ball out of the ground there, 22-inch. And here's what's left of the storage unit that was here. You can see the size of one of the branches right there that came down on the storage unit. Just to give you some idea, here's another one. This, you can see how the entire root ball is up out of the ground on this tree trunk, and basically just breaks the roots off and up out of the ground. There it is right there from the back side. Like I say, you can see on this one, it's 22-inch tree. And just in case anyone thinks that we might not be measuring the trees right, you can clearly see there that on the outside, you got to go from outside of the bark to the outside of the bark. It's 22 inches to the outside of the bark. So, and I may not measured it in the same spot that I measured in to take the measurement, but at any rate, you can get some idea of the scale of what kind of wind force blew through here to take these trees down. And you can see this one right here. You can see the roots up out of the ground right here, and the root ball. The difference in elevation right there is where the roots broke off and came up out of the ground. This one's a 23-inch tree, There's one right there. A couple more right here. And these two trees right here, and you can see their roots sticking up out of the ground back there. Just blows the tree over, and root ball, just the weight of these alone, the dirt that's on these, just the incredible force that it takes to bring to unearth the root system and break the roots on these trees is just incredible, and might give you some kind of idea of the wind force that blew through here. And you can see two more right there that I'll go around to the front and show you the diameters. Oh, I didn't have the diameter on that one, so we'll just go over that one. Here's the one that actually hit the house, and it's a 20-inch tree right there. And like I say, you could see right there the amount of, there's the one we just walked past. You can see the amount of roots that came up out of the ground and what kind of force was behind that. And right there is the house, and it hit right there, and it took down the fascia, the soffit, the guttering, basically all came off in one assembly, and a few shingles right there where it broke the roof deck. And I'll show you, right here's a few of the shingles that came off, and this is the assembly. And like I say, there's the soffit and the fascia, the subfascia, and the guttering, and a few of the shingles right there. And that's all that it came off in the came off right there where the tree actually hit the roof. And so here's another one right here on this one's pretty much on the property line, but this one 26 inches, and the root ball is still in the ground on this one pretty much, but it took the tree over, completely over. And so somebody needs a muffler. But anyway, you can see all of the debris from the trees. Just kind of looks like a bomb went off out here, and you can see all of the debris still remaining on the ground even after the trees, for the most part, the tree branches, etc., have been cleaned up. Still just like dynamite going off. Right here, there's a 24-inch tree right there that came down, and you can see some. And then right there's the house. And the reason I've shown you all this is I was going to show you what it did to the shingles on this home, which are a 25-year shingle, 3-tab shingle. And when we say 25-year, that's the shingle manufacturer's warranty on the shingle. So they'll stand behind it for 25 years against defect. And like I say, there's the tree stump. And we'll go up the ladder here. I hope this sun is not too bright to show this, but there's one facet of the roof. We'll step across the ridge of the roof, the ridge vent. And there's another couple of facets of the roof. And just to look back down at the damage that one root ball caused coming up out of the ground, that's what it did to the concrete. And like I say, her car was on that piece of concrete that's completely out of the ground. And hopefully you can see that root ball as well there. Like I say, it was 8 feet across. And so, and not one shingle was blown off of this roof. And these shingles are rated for 60 miles an hour, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and that's what the manufacturer warrants, is that they'll withstand a 60-mile-an-hour wind. And you can kind of see this line right here as it steps back through the setback on the shingle. You can see where it racked the shingles by the wind that blew, but it did not take any off. The only ones that blew off, and we can't see it because it's covered up by the tarp, and so I wasn't the one that put the tarp on here. The person that removed the tree from the house was the one that put the tarp on the house. But right there in that area where the tarp is bunched up is the hole that tree right there caused when it hit the house and took down the fascia, subfascia, guttering, soffit, wood soffit. It also had vinyl soffit on it, and like I say, it all came down in one assembly. And the only shingles missing on the entire roof, even this section right here has ridge vent, and not one shingle was blown off of the roof, not even one ridge shingle was blown off of the roof. And you can see, once again, you can see some of the, right here, you can see at the setback on the shingle, maybe you can see it. You can see where it just barely raised the edge of the shingle, and so it was racked by the wind, and so the insurance company covers that. And 4 years ago, when we roofed this roof, the homeowners had said they've lived here since 75 or 76, and it always had chimney leaks. And so we fabricated, custom made these bottom pans. This bottom pan right here, we made those, and then we also made the counter flashing pieces right here, which you don't see often. And you can also see the cap that we made and the collar. This is the collar, and then this is the chimney-chase cap. It's a chimney-chase cap is one piece, and you can see the damage that the wind force caused right there. And then you can you have to have this for snow load right here. So this is all of our soldered work right here. And so, and like I say, didn't blow any of it off, didn't blow any of the, there's one of our solders right there on that bottom pan, and then and then you can see the counter flashing that we do as well. And so I often have people ask me about my work and etc., and so I believe that the proof is in seeing. Once again, October 2019 EF-1 tornado with 86 mile to 110 mile an hour winds, and a shingle that's rated for a 60 mile an hour wind, and some of the damage to the trees, etc., on the property. And obviously that storage building is no longer, but at any rate, when considering who's going to do your next roof, please give us the opportunity to do it, where we do great work. And I thank you for your time and watching this video, and have a great day.